Uh, well, as you can see, we have lost our Zone 5. It started well. No, it didn't. It started off really poorly. It got better, and then it got worse. Started off with a mistake on me. I didn't have my second account here. I couldn't buff March. No one else had a buffing March, so we took this pass a little bit late. They took it about 2 seconds before us, but our enemy got out quick as possible. They did great. We started building from here. We ended up dropping right here. Our allies dropped one fort here, another one here, and then another one here. We got fort blocked the entire way. I don't know how many credits they used, but they used, I believe it was 4 alliances blocking us every single step. We started planting flags that weren't our real flags so we could go around them. Nope. They delete the fort, drop it again. So we had to build half flags or anything just to get these forts built or flags built. And we wanted to just build to our fort. So they delayed us, and that was great on their end. We were fighting up here. Our allies were fighting down here. We ended up fighting 2 separate kingdoms up here. And it's hard. It's very hard, especially when most of the people were just from our kingdom. We had a couple from a few, but mainly it was just us. So 1v2, they were fighting 4v3. I'll say 4. But at the end of the zone, it went okay. You know, we tried. They left a gap right here for the longest time. I kept saying, last resort, drop a fort, take the sanctuary. We get the sanctuary, we delay them a little bit. Not with, getting out of the zone. We lost the zone. I know we did. But if we took that first occupation, that would have been awesome. Sadly, it didn't happen. They waited too long. They built a flag. It is what it is. I know they were waiting for us to do it just so something could happen. I pushed Bastions as hard as I could. Got Julius Caesar to 9. Sadly, we didn't get the Minamoto one. The rest of these didn't matter. This zone was tough, and it showed a lot of the mistakes that we have, and a lot of the mistakes that we need to fix, and really how the camp is as a whole. Before we get into our camp stats and everything else, our allies win camp did amazing. They did great, and I love it. 3676. Props to them. They're kicking ass. And it's amazing what they're doing. I don't even know what to say about them. But they've done great. While this isn't the official dashboard, Pro Kingdoms makes it the easiest for me to view. So, top of the leaderboards for this KVK right now, Super Cal Drag, 2.7 billion KP gained, 2.9 million deads. They're kicking ass. So right now you've got 9 people over a billion KP. I am sitting down at 28th with 758 million. I wasn't fighting at the beginning. I was focusing just on what was happening in the field. I was tanking it at the front of the ball. I'm turning a little bit worse. It says sniping kills. I don't love it, but we'll say what it is. There were a few times where I wasn't in the ball. Now for the dashboard. 1770 was the main camp we were fighting. They were doing everything they could to win that zone, and they did. They definitely did. They have a lot of strong rallies and a lot of strong garrisons. A lot of cav garrisons, and I really tip it off to them. They're strong. Again, 3676 was kicking ass. Next, you got R3 camps. 2913 and 2709. They have a similar uptime as each other. They're both Asian-based kingdoms. So when they woke up, most of our players were asleep. We do have some Asian players. We do have some Australians, but mainly American and Europe. So it's a little rough in that aspect, but we came in third in our camp. You got some water, wind, and fire down here. And then sadly, coming in the bottom, now I will say, water and wind again, their fights truly ended. I don't even want to say 24 hours. I think it was about 12, and Wind knew they were going to win. They held the field. They were getting cheeseburgered after 12. So our two camps, it was very rough. But we're still sitting at 50 billion KP gained. Wind almost has 51 billion. So we're doing really good. In more detailed DKP, 50.5, 4.6 billion T4, 45.8 billion T5. We healed the most. We were having the hardest fights. Of course we were healing. We fought from pass opening Thursday until Sanctuary open. We said, all right, we're done. And we're hitting the most deads. It was very hard to kill their garrisons, and I commend them for it. It made it great. It made a lot of fun. A lot of Attila David, which I hate because, then I can't rally. But our kingdom as a whole, 12.8 billion KP, 652 million healed troops, 46 million deads. I am very happy with most of the players in our kingdom. There's always going to be people who, I didn't have time to fight, yada, yada, yada. Unless you talk to me, I don't know something's happening. But overall, they did great. And looking at everyone, most people did great. And as you see from Fire Camp, 1770's kicking it. A little rough with their other campmates, after 2 days. They should be a little bit higher, probably closer to us, but that's okay. I'm never going to discount what another kingdom does. But they've done everything they can, and they won the zone. So at the end of the day, they're right now doing better than us. Before this zone, I'm hitting almost 1.4 million deads. I've used almost 13 billion resources. So far, we've had 49 million deads. A lot of T5. I wish it was more T4. We did have a couple farms who had T5 still. Some of them were alts, some were high-powered farms that came in and they brought in a different account. So we're killing off our troops that need to be. We do have some people who are T5. I was hoping to have less than this. I was hoping to end up with 500k deads. I really wanted to focus my deads in Kingsland or past 7. But it is what it is. I'll take it. But for right now, all I'm doing, chaining, doing forts, and pushing crystal tech. This is where my tech's in. Everything's maxed out up until the attack. Most of the defense, most of the marching. I'm not doing much in the siege tech. Health we are working on. I'll get this higher. This will get higher. March speed will get higher. Special concoctions. I just need to finish siege, but I really don't want to at this point. But I'll keep pushing it. And then I want to get more into the swarm tech. Because once we get into Kingsland, I'm going to be swarming the flags. And I'll get more here. I do need to keep focusing infantry expert. That's going to be the biggest thing for me, since if it is an infantry garrison, I'm rallying it. I need to put some in cav expert, but I'm really not trying to hit many calves, especially in the rally. I won't be going for my 7th March. I'm not going to go for Celestial Guidance, since most people have the auto help now with the gem supply. I did get Roomcraft and I did get expanded formation. Right now, I am sitting at a good amount of troops still. 2.4 million infantry, 2.4 million cav, 3.4 million archers. I sadly killed off my T5 siege, so I can't run a siege march. But if I had the siege still, Kingsland, you might see me running 7. For now, we're going to do bastions, we're going to farm, we're going to chain, we'll 5 march barb. But for now, we'll sit in this zone, and we're going to get ready. Head into zone 6, we'll have altar fights, and then everyone's least favorite, pass 7. This is where everything's going to head towards. We're going to have a lot of people dying. A lot of garrisoning, a lot of rallying. I'm hoping for 3 days of nonstop garrisoning and rallying. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next pass fight. See ya. Bye.